Hey y'all, so today I want to talk to the Christian creatives. So back in 2020, the Lord told me to start a YouTube channel. And so you guys don't know me, but I'm usually extremely shy. Like if you ever met me in person, I'm not very talkative if I don't know you. So for the Lord to tell me to start a YouTube, I was like, you mean you want somebody else to do it? And he was like, no, I want you to do it. So I started the channel. In my first couple of videos, I was so afraid to speak publicly. I wouldn't even like show my face. I did voiceovers, but a few of my first videos were about kingdom marriage, which was something that God was speaking to me heavily on at the time. One, because I was believing God for it, and two, because I suppose he wanted me to share what he was sharing with me with other people. And so the first few videos that I posted were on kingdom marriage, and at that time, kingdom marriage was like, it was even more of a high topic than it is now. Everybody was on YouTube. You could find thousands of videos about prophetic marriage and so on and so forth. And so the first couple of videos that I posted were on prophetic marriage, and they got like 20,000 views. And for somebody like me, nobody knows who I am. That was a lot. And I was like, wow. But I saw like so many other people making videos about kingdom marriage, and I was like, Lord, I want to talk about something that really matters. This was me to the Lord. This is me being transparent. I was like, I want to talk about something that really matters. And I was like, I don't want another word about kingdom marriage. Tell me real stuff. Like, you hear me? Real stuff. Marriage is real. And so he did exactly what I asked him to do. He didn't utter another word to me regarding kingdom marriage except for my personal words that he shared with me regarding how I was going to enter in. And so over the summer, I was having a conversation with my husband, and we were watching this Instagram video of this lady that was talking about marriages, and it was like utterly disgusting. It was like complete trash what she was saying, but people needed answers, and she was providing them. Even if they weren't the best answers, even if they weren't God's answers, she was a place where they could go and get the answers to the questions they had. And I was like, wow, that's horrible what she just said. Like, how could she say that? And like, and here you are, you have people believing what she is saying. Like, it was grieving my heart. And I said to him, I told him the story that I just told y'all. And I was like, I asked God to never do that again. And in that moment, I had to repent, because I realized that God had graced me, and God had given me influence, and he had given me a voice in an area, in a space that was being occupied by so many other voices that weren't yielding to his voice. And so I repented, and I said, God, I repent. I will never again in my life tell you what to share with me. And my husband said, your voice is needed. He said, there are those that are went, but they weren't sent. And so again, I want to talk to the Christian creatives today. You know, God has called you to spaces and places, and he has given you a grace, and you look in that space and that place that he has called you to, and you get a little intimidated and you're a little uncertain because it's so filled, you know, it's so saturated already with these other voices or these other people with the same talent that you have. And you're like, how do I fit in? It's already so occupied. How do I fit in? And I want to just let you know today, your voice is needed. Your talent is needed. The gift on the inside of you is needed. Wherever God called you to is needed. While the people that you see in that sphere may be influential, but they may not impact the lives that God needs to be impacted, which is where you come in, which is where he's giving you a grace for that space. So I want to just let you know today that God sent you. The ones that you are seeing that are standing in that spot, and they could even be in the limelight, they may have went, but God did not send them. But God sent you because you are needed. You are needed in this hour. There are people that are hanging in the balance. They need to hear a word of the Lord. They need what's on the inside of you. He called you to business. He called you to education. He called you to ministry. He called you to wherever he called you to. If you have been keeping yourself back or stuck or intimidated because you say, oh my God, Lord, the place is already full. There's so many people already doing the same thing that you told me to do, but they're not you. And he sent you. You have value that is needed. You will impact lives unlike any way that they ever could, because you have God's heart. You are his mouthpiece in this season. You are his mouthpiece in this hour, and you are desperately needed. So my call to action for you today is to rise up. Take your rightful place. Walk in the grace that God has put on your life. You are sent and you are necessary.